brands that claim to help you shed pounds, a top-selling author and nutritionist weighs in on the top 3. Well, coming up on Colorado's Best, raw foods, ketogenic, and Whole30. The best-selling author of 15 books on health and nutrition reveals benefits and drawbacks of all these top 3 diet trends.
Swimsuit season is here, and if you're trying to slim down for summer, you may think about trying a new diet. But before you do, you'll want to hear what Dr. Jonny Bowden has to say about that. And he joins us today to discuss the raw foods diet, the ketogenic diet, and the Whole30 diet. Welcome to the show.
I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, so tell us about this. What are the diet trends that are happening right now?
Well, you mentioned 3 of the biggest ones: the raw food diet, the ketogenic diet, which is huge, and there's a tremendous amount of research going on about that one, and this Whole30 food plan. And what's interesting about them, Sam, is that they kind of overlap a bit. Like many of these foods that I brought that we would think of as being part of the whole foods diet, they're all whole foods. Well, they work on the keto diet as well.
Oh, interesting. A little crossover there then.
And the raw ones work on the raw food diet. So let's talk about what the 3 basic premises are and how they differ.
Sure.
So raw foods diet says that you should eat everything raw.
Okay.
Everything.
Not cooked
one bit ever. And the problem with that is nobody thinks you shouldn't eat raw foods. I've said in 15 books, I've always said, make some of your diet raw foods, because that's great. It has all the enzymes. It has all the good stuff in it. Problem is, when people get fanatic about that, they forget that some foods don't really give up their nutrients until you steam them a little. They have hard cell walls. You try to chew some broccoli? Yeah. I mean, you get it.
Well, and even like lycopene from tomatoes, things like that.
Great example.
You have to break down the tomato in order to get that, right?
No host has ever known that. I've done 600 of these, and nobody's ever known. That's true. And the fact is, there was actually a famous study called the pizza study at Harvard, where they found that men who ate pizza had less prostate cancer, and they traced it down to the lycopene in the tomatoes, which has to be cooked. Okay, so raw food's great. Eat some of them. You can certainly lose some weight on it. I don't think it's a bad idea to try a week every so often as a kind of detox. But I do think we need some steaming, some cooking for some of our foods to get all of the nutrients that we really need. Now, ketogenic diet's a whole different ballgame. This is a high-fat diet. And of course, for 40 years, all we've ever heard is to eat low-fat, high-carb. This is the opposite. And there is just so much emerging research on how healthy this can be. So it's a high-fat diet. It also only uses whole foods. You get things like chicken, cheese, butter, grass-fed yogurt. But the thing about it is, you want to use the right fats. You don't want to use junky fats. You don't want to use fried foods. That's not the fat we're talking about.
This isn't like sign up to eat the big fries and things like that.
Not at all. And not fries, because they're potatoes, and that's not on the ketogenic diet. You want mostly fat. And the reason for the ketogenic diet is you want to be a fat burner. Now, you don't have that problem. I have some of that problem, not too much, but many people cannot access their fat stores. So they're literally relying on the power bars they're eating to get through it. It's just running on the energy you're feeding it, and you've got all this fat on your body, and you can't get to it to use it. Well, we want to be better fat burners, and to do that, you have to eat more fat and less carbohydrates. So my only suggestion with ketogenic diets is to make sure you get the right fats. I brought some of the ones that I love the most: olive oil, obviously, coconut oil. One of the ones I love the most is Malaysian palm oil. Now, you see how red that is? That's because of the nutrients, because it's got carotenoids, and it's got tocotrienols. These compounds are so valuable, they even sell them as supplements, palm fruit supplements, because of the tocotrienols, which are good for the brain.
And that's just something that you can cook with?
You can cook with it. It stands up to heat well. And what I love about it the most is it's sustainable, it's non-GMO, and in Malaysia, they really protect the environment, so no animals are harmed. That's one of the big raps against palm oil. It doesn't happen in Malaysia. So you can get this red palm oil anywhere, Malaysian palm oil. And the second thing I worry about with the ketogenic diet is there's no fiber in it.
Interesting.
Now, I believe fiber is one of the things we really do need for the health of the microbiome, for all of these things. And so I would like to see my friends who are on ketogenic diets supplement with more fiber. The one I like the most is sun fiber, but it's interesting. It's in a lot of other products as well. Like if you've got this prebiotic fiber from Regular Girl, there it is. Sun fiber is the one that they use, guar gum. So it's a really good one, sun fiber. I would add that to whatever diet you have. And then the final one is the Whole30, which is basically same kind kind of idea as raw foods, just a different catchy name. It's eating just whole foods. They just don't require that it be raw.
And what is the 30 in there? Does that have anything to do
30
with...
days.
Oh, for
30 days of nothing but, and you can't do any, I mean, that's not a bad idea for anybody.
Yes.
But the only thing that's different with that in the raw food side is you may cook them.
Awesome. Well, thank you for all of this information. So helpful. And you can find a complete list of all of Dr. Bowden's books, as well as his blogs and his podcast. It's all at JonnyBowden.com.
Coming up on Colorado's Best.